distracted, running around and sorting out the children, the cake, the entertainers. My attention was really on my granddaughter. D.S. Cole nods. Apparently she's satisfied. "How would you describe Vivien's mood that day?" she says. In hindsight, maybe the fact that she mentioned the issue with Mrs. Murad was some sort of clue, but I really didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She and Ben had been trying for a second baby for years, and she wasn't obviously upset when we spoke. Not that I picked up anyway. But then it was her daughter's birthday party, and she had guests, and it was important to her to keep up appearances. D.S. Cole has a clipboard in front of her, and she lifts it, consulting her notes, formulating her next question. "And that was the last time you saw her?" she says. "Yes." I remain very still. My legs are crossed, my hands folded, one on top of the other, on my lap. "You had no contact during that week, after the birthday party?" "No." "Was that unusual?" "No." D.S. Cole really does have a way of asking the same thing over and over again. It's disconcerting, the way she behaves, as though we've never had this conversation. She lays her clipboard down and pushes her chair out, further away from the table. As she crosses her legs, I notice her shoes, tan brogues with pointy toes. "If we can focus on the Friday," she says. She pauses, watching my reaction. "Are you sure I can't offer you a glass of water?" Though my mouth is dry, I don't want to delay. I want this over with. "I'm fine," I say. "Please go on." "I'd like to take you through what we know. There might be something else you remember, or something you remember differently." "All right." The muscles in my face stiffen, and it's an effort to speak. "We know Vivien walked her daughter to school on that Friday morning," she says, "and that after dropping Alexandra off at the school gates, Vivien went for a run. She took her usual route through Regent's Park. The waitress in the cafe remembers serving her. She says Vivien was there most mornings and that she stood out because she was very attractive and in good shape. But there was heavy fog and visibility was poor, so we don't have any reported sightings of your daughter on her way back from the park to her house on Blackthorn Road. We assume she went straight home because that's what she usually did." I look down at my hands, resting in my lap, with their short nails and their chafed skin. Years of rigorous hand-washing have taken their toll. Vivien's hands were always so soft, her skin like silk, her nails painted a daring red or an elegant beige. "Vivien didn't contact you that morning?" D.S. Cole says. "No, but I had a phone call from Mrs. Murad's secretary to say she hadn't arrived for her appointment." "And do you know why Mrs. Murad's office would call you instead of her husband?" I assume they'd tried Ben's phone and couldn't reach him, and Mrs. Murad and I know each other well. We work in the same hospital. I manage the neonatal unit, so we see several babies who are conceived as a result of fertility treatment. D.S. Cole leans forward, pushing her fringe out of her eyes and resting her elbows on her knees. "So, what did you do when you got the phone call about the missed appointment?" "I told Mrs. Murad's secretary I didn't know where Vivien was. Then I tried to phone her myself, but her mobile went straight to voicemail." "Had Vivien done that before? Not turned up for appointments?" "I don't really know, but I'd say it wasn't like her. Vivien was an extremely organised person. She liked everything to be planned well in advance. But then, we didn't have that many arrangements, and we didn't see each other that often, so I can't